from the center of the universe and the Thrive15.com world headquarters. Let's go! Presenting the world's only business school without the BS, with optometrist and entrepreneur Dr. Robert Zellner, the Forbes Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, Clay Clark. It's the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170. 3, 2, 1, boom!
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Inspiration Station. This is your audio dojo of mojo. Many of you have begun to turn your automobile, the interior of your automobile, into a mobile classroom. This idea that you're no longer driving down the road just saying to yourself, I can't believe the traffic is terrible. You're beginning to enlighten yourself. It's almost become, a dojo of just auditory learning mastery. You're learning entrepreneurship. How exciting is it that people can now learn how to start and grow a business in their car?
It's very exciting, and that's what they're doing. It's not drive time for them anymore. It's class time.
Oh.
So it's like, 5 o'clock, where's my car? Gotta get my car. And when they listen to the traffic report on where there's the accident, they drive towards that because they're like, this will slow me down even more. This way I catch the entirety of the show. You know.
Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal, Thrivers. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year. To my right, and we've got a guy by the name of Dr. Robert Zellner. I'm just going to read off some of the things he's involved in. He has an auto auction. You can go to z66aa.com and check it out. It's a real thriving automotive business. Then you can go check out Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates. It's an eye care clinic. You can go to drzellner.com. You can check it out. It's a real thriving business. You can go check out his Rockin' Z Ranch. You can check out Dr. Z's Sleep Center, drz's.com. I mention all this because we're in a culture right now where there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, charlatan people teaching you how to be successful, but they've never done it.
Yeah.
And Dr. Z has been a guy who has been doing it. He hasn't done a whole lot of PR, hasn't sat there and done a whole lot of... Z hasn't written 47 books like myself. I mean, the guy has just been running businesses and doing it the right way. And so, sir, it's an honor to take you away from the businesses for a few minutes here, just 2 days before Thanksgiving, to have you on the show. Thank you for being here.
Well, I'm glad to be here, Clay, and we both have a passion for business coaching. We both have that passion, and the problem is there's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
So it's fun to not only have our Thrive 15 platform where we have thousands of videos people can get on and learn from, where we have our in-person workshops now here at Thrive 15 world headquarters, but we now also have this radio show, which is a lot of fun, but then also it's archived at thrivetimeshow.com.
Oh, yeah.
So if you miss an episode, you miss a segment, you got to go into the truck stop and run in and get your icy or whatever your drink of choice is and run out and you miss part of the show. Thrivetimeshow.com, they're all archived on there, and you can just binge watch or listen to as many as you want.
I will say this week I talked to a young lady who lives in New Mexico who told me that her mother went to thrivetimeshow.com and she listens to all of our podcasts. And her mom sent her one and said, hey, you should listen to this show. It's very helpful for me, and I think it would help you with your business. And they're wanting to start a sporting goods store.
Yeah.
And so now they're listening. And so we have people all over the world listening. And one guy who is not only a faithful listener, but a guy who is a very successful Tulsa entrepreneur, basketball player turned coach, turned now the head of his own basketball facility where he mentors young kids on how to become successful basketball players. Just like you and I mentor young entrepreneurs, teaching them how to become successful entrepreneurs. It's Coach Calvert. Coach Calvert, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. It's good to be with you guys here.
I want to ask if somebody wants to, if they have a kid and their kids, on the bench, riding the pine. The whole deal where they're a good kid, but they're just riding that pine. They're not playing. They're not getting any playing time. Maybe they're the eighth man on a team where only 5 guys get to play on the court. Where can people get a hold of you and learn more about the SCORE basketball program?
All you got to do is Google SCORE basketball or Tulsa basketball. You'll find us there. It's easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely. And so today we're talking about the 6 steps to mastering the high art of management follow-up. Basically, how to stop dropping the ball. And let me kind of coach you through this. If you have a business, here's the scenario. You ask Billy to do something. You say, Billy, I need you to do ABC because we have a customer who will be here to pick it up today because today's Tuesday and today's the last day we're open before Thanksgiving. So you got to have all these things done. The client's going to come by and pick up the stuff. So Billy says, Z, I'm going to get it done. I'll do it. Boom.
Yeah. Of
So
course,
now the
yeah.
customer-
and he probably means that.
Yeah. So
I mean,
now it's like 5 o'clock. I mean, on a Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving, and the customer shows up, and Billy didn't do the job. He dropped the ball.
Oh, Billy.
Exactly. And so now the customer's going, hey, I'm here to pick up my prints. You're a print shop, and you go, Bill, yeah, sure. Let me go check with Billy. And Billy goes, I can't lie. I wanted to do it, but what had happened was I was very busy with all the Thanksgiving pageantry and the turkey, and I forgot. See, how often is it that people forget to do what they're supposed to do and they drop the ball in business? How often?
It happens a lot. The more employees you have, the more it's going to happen. I remember back in the day, I would go through the day, and I didn't want to stop the merry-go-round to say, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So throughout the day, I would make Post-it notes. I would do Post-it notes, and I would just leave a trail of Post-it notes behind, for people to find that. And so it was a big thing when they got through the day without a Post-it note. That was a celebration.
I'm going to brag on Eric Chupp, one of our show producers.
Oh, yeah,
He's here
Chupp.
in the room here.
Hey, Chuck, make sure and bring some pies for Thursday show.
Now, the Thrive Time show, see, it's live every day. So what happens is we have to record the show and get the show. We have to record the show, and the show has to be aired for you, the listener. It has to happen. You record it, and then you listen to it. And if he doesn't follow all these steps right, all these checklists, then what happens is you turn on the radio, and we're not here. And he has to round up all the equipment, make sure everything's working, the microphones, the sound, the lights, everything that we do to make it live on Facebook Live. There's a lot of steps. And you know what? If he drops the ball, it's very obvious because it's a live show. Now, for a lot of businesses, though, it's not as obvious, Z. If someone drops the ball, people don't find out until later. And so I'm going to give you a little fun factoid. November 26th is what they call Small Business Day. And Z, I don't like that day.
Why is that?
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Well, here's the deal. American Express launched Small Business Day. The Senate unanimously passed a resolution to support Small Business Day. President Obama has even talked about Small Business Day, but I don't like it. And I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because your business won't stay small unless you're terrible at executing.
Ooh.
So if you continue to do a bad job year after year, then you're going to continue to be small.
No. I'm going to fight you on this. Can we pick a fight right now?
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's argue.
If your business is bad,
Yeah.
you'll go out of business.
Oh.
If your business is just good, you'll stay flat.
Okay,
But
yeah.
we're here to coach you up on how to make your business great.
So DJ Connection is an example. DJ Connection, I won the award back in the day from the Small Business Administration as being the Entrepreneur of the Year.
Congratulations, by
and
the
it
way.
was, and I thank you very much. And I was honored to receive it. But years later, I wasn't really in the category. I couldn't qualify because of the number of people that worked with us. We had grown.
Yeah.
And Coach Calvert, your business, you started just you and your wife. You started this business. You were working out of is it Champions? Is that right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
And now you have hundreds of kids that come to Score Basketball. You're kind of like the region's largest basketball coaching facility. Is that right?
Yes, and I'm the perfect example of that because I stayed flatline for many years, about 15 years until I started thinking, man, I got to get better at this business side. I knew I was great at the basketball side, but I was doing everything wrong business side.
And now though, you get most of your businesses from word of mouth, people finding you on Google,
yep.
people finding you through Facebook ads. For the entrepreneur listening right now, whose business is staying perpetually small, and people are forgetting to do the daily checklist, what advice would you have, or what are the struggles that you've had personally as a business owner? What advice would you have for someone who's going, people keep dropping the ball in my business?
Well, number one is make changes. Don't stay the same. Assume that you've got changes, things that you can do to be better. And don't be afraid of those changes. Don't be afraid of those mistakes. You can't be afraid of failing, which at times I got to admit I was. For instance, I was terrible at billing, just terrible. Had the wrong person in billing.
I remember
Wasn't doing it right.
I remember that.
You used to make fun of me all the time. You would criticize me. You
I
told
did
me,
criticize. I never made fun of, though.
I think you wanted to fire myself. Of course, I was the business, so you couldn't fire me. But yeah, I had to make changes, and I had to make them intelligently, step by step, go through and look at every part of my business that I could.
Now, here's the deal, Thrivers. Step number one, if you want to teach your team to stop dropping the ball, step number one on this short Tuesday Super Show before Thanksgiving, embrace that quality and quantity are not enemies. Z, so many people believe that you can't have high quantity and high quality. And if that were to be true, then as Disney World got bigger, it would get worse. If that were true, Southwest Airlines would start.
Drives me crazy.
They say it all the time. They say quality and quantity. I'm more focused on quality. I'm not focused on quantity. Sure. So Southwest Airlines doesn't care if their planes land or get there safely.
Yeah.
All they
Or
care
on
about
time.
All they care about is quantity.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tackle that idea.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, just like you said it perfectly. Well, Walt Disney's so big. We've got 50,000 people, coming in monthly, or I don't know what the numbers are. They got 40,000 people working there.
This just in from Forbes. This is a verified fact.
Okay.
Over 1 million people walk through the gates of Walt Disney
my
World per
goodness.
week.
Wow. Okay, per week. I was way off. Sorry, Mr. Disney. But the thing about it is the idea that many people come through and you go, well, it's just too many to give all of them a quality experience. So we know we're going to fail more now because of that. That is just the wrong mindset, and I hear it all the time in business.
People say I don't want to grow too fast because basically, like if Roy doesn't actually install every granite countertop himself, then it can't be Roy's Granite Countertops LLC anymore, because we're focused on quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
We're focused on doing it ourselves. Boom.
Yeah, when I talk to other doctors and sometimes optometrists, sometimes physicians in other areas, and that's the thing that they say. They go, "Oh, I don't, we can't see too many patients because we're focused on quality."
I'm more focused on. They usually say it like this: "I'm more focused on quality." See, as an optometrist, I care about the human eye, the ocular capacity, the cornea.
Too many
the retina,
patients is impossible to have quality. You just have to have the systems. You have to document them. You have to hire the right people. You have to implement the things that we teach on the show, and you can have both. I'm telling you, you can.
Quality and quantity, Thrivers. You can have that growth. Step number 2, turn your entire system into a visual workflow. Thrivers, stay tuned. This is a special pre-Thanksgiving edition.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Thrive Nation. Welcome back to this. It's the inspiration station for entrepreneurs. You see, as an entrepreneur, what happens is you want to start or grow a business. And in fact, according to Forbes, 57% of you listening right now, that's you. You want to start or grow a business. But what happens is that you maybe enrolled in a college, maybe you went to a workshop, maybe you went to seminars, but you're just not getting that practical business school without the BS training that you've been looking for. You're hearing a lot of things, you're reading a lot of books, but you're not getting that real stuff behind the stuff. And so my name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year. If you Google me, you'll see that I've been involved in quite a few industries, from real estate to photography to entertainment to marketing to PR. That's what I do. I just do businesses. And I am joined here with a guy who's been sort of my business mentor, kind of my business Yoda, but he's too beautiful to be Yoda. If you're on Facebook Live, he's really my broda. It's Dr. Robert Zellner. Sir, how are you?
I'm so excited to be here on Tuesday. But the problem is Tuesday I'm only doing a 1 hour show.
It's a very small show.
It's a quick show. So we got to deep dive in because people want practical tips on how to start or grow their business.
So we're going to go 90 miles an hour today here, Coach, with Coach Don Calvert. Coach Don Calvert, this guy is a local Tulsa entrepreneur. He's the founder of Score Basketball. And we're talking today about the 6 steps to mastering the high art of management follow-up. We're trying to prevent somebody on your team from dropping the ball. So step number 2, you must turn your entire system into a visual workflow, whether that be on a whiteboard, a sheet of paper. But everyone on your team has to know what you're including with your system or your service or your product. Everybody on your team has to know. It has to be documented somewhere. You can't just be going out of your head. You must work to have these things included on a piece of paper so that your team doesn't miss a step and drop the ball. So, Coach Calvert, I want to ask you this. You have a Christmas camp upcoming soon. Is that right? A Christmas camp?
Yep.
And when is the Christmas camp?
It is after Christmas. I believe it's the 27th through the 31st.
And what all do you include in the Christmas camp? What's all included in that thing?
It is scheduled out every day where we do ball handling drills, dribbling drills, but then we also add in attacking the basket, jumpers off the dribble and the pass, developing the footwork. Parents always want kids to get more aggressive. I want my kids to be more competent. So those are the 2 things we really emphasize is Got to be aggressive. Got to be confident.
Who should be attending this Christmas camp? Who should be doing that?
Really, everyone from 5 years old up to 18. They're with their own age group, and we'll make it as complicated and as easy as we need to be.